We're gonna see today. We're gonna have two Dozos in both our big grassroots tournaments. And both Dozos are being played by a Brazilian player. Oh man, here we go. Yes, we are in finals. We got Nader P from Brazil. We got John Zoo from America. Let's see. We're gonna let him know to get started, and let me get Slim some team sheets.
Yeah, let's see. Because I gotta see. Let me see this Dozo team. Let's see what they got
I'll
cracking.
send this over to you
Because
right now.
it's always the battle of just like, okay, what can do what. Like Goldango, I think is like fantastic and it's great with specs here. Fantastic. There's no clef or anything to kind of, I can just like follow me away from the Dozo stuff. So I'm pretty sure like Zoo's labbed this matchup because if you build a team without having a Dozo matchup, then you're kind of throwing.
Yep.
So interesting to see here, but the Frostmoth. It has Ninetales. I like this. Wait,
does that Frostmoth have Claw Mine? Because otherwise it goes crazy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the team that Nader's coming with, shout out to Brazil, it is Glimmora, Incineroar, Alolan Ninetales, Frostmoth with choice specs, Tatsugiri, and Dondozo. I would play this. This is my type of team. I would play this. And I'm not really a Dozo player, but I would play this. This is nice. I'm a huge Glimmora fan.
Is this the new 222?
It's not even close to 222.
It's the 2211. All right, the 2211. All right.
This is an actual full blown comp you have to use. You can't just turn your brain off and use snow. No, that's not gonna happen.
Oh my gosh. Well, here we go. They're already in team preview. We can look at the matchup from the outside in, but we're gonna see Dozo, my boy, in finals. I mean, I love to see it, but I also love to see a great battle. And I love to see two Brazilians in two finals today using Dozo. I'm going to Viva Brazil. I'm going there. I'm going to go there for LAIC. They're taking me out. They said we're going to have a good time. I'm going to go meet a Gotti. We'll play some soccer. That's my favorite style of soccer too, Brazilian soccer. So, yes, Vamo Nader, Vamo Brazil, and Vamo John Zoo. Let's see a good match.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before we start, Nino, I need you to go ahead and run this ad so they don't get messed up during the finals. We're going to run this ad so you don't mess up the finals,
All right, good. Let me get this ad out of the way. Sorry, guys. We'll go ahead and get back into it. Sorry for the ad. Nino, nobody gets more excited than Nino. Vamos, Senor Zoo. Oh, my gosh. Here we go.
Who would have thought we'll see a Frostmoth today? Really was not expecting it, but apparently it has a really good place in this meta right now, and I'm really happy because, I mean, snow types do get, of course, the defense buff in snow. So this actually kind of works out. And it also, you have Alolan Ninetales, one of the few fairy types that's in the format. And you have Aurora Veil. Honestly, this is really just well constructed. And Tatu Dozo is just good. Dozo Glimmora as a lead is so annoying to deal with. So this is just well constructed all the way around. It doesn't have a steel type, but you have all you need to beat steel types and to beat everything else in the format if played effectively.
All right, predictions are up. Now just let me get my my cards updated and we're going. But yeah, we're in the game. That was the quickest into the next match I've ever seen.
Oh Lord, you should. Man, and we should have told them to hold on. We got to run this ad.
We're getting it out of the way. Don't worry. We got Dozo out here. We got plenty of time, my guys. So we got
like I alluded to, this lead, Glimmora Dozo is one of the toughest leads to deal with because you just don't know if they're going to go into the Dozo more or just go for Meteor Beam. What if they just wave crash something? It's one of those leads that's just like very, very annoying to deal with. As we do see Talonflame swap in here and Glimmora opting to go back into his Pokeball here. Is this the Dozo mode? Let's already turn one. You know what? Screw it. Let's go into Dozo mode. Let's see what we can do here.
That's crazy. All right, let's do it. I mean, I like it. No mirror. Remember that Jonzu is playing the Clear Amulet set, so he's not going to copy these stats. But I've watched Jonzu play Dozo. I've actually watched Jonzu lose to the Dozo off of a crit. So Jonzu is going to play his butt off on this match. I know he doesn't.
Goes into that Talonflame. That's going to be really tough. But instead, it's an order up into the Turo. So this is fantastic because now you get a priority Will-O-Wisp right into that slot. You're kind of just chilling. Like you just
right.
Well, not priority. Excuse me.
I see. You just like the bird moving, the gale winds. We just say it's priority. Come on now. It's the fastest thing on the field, so it does technically have priority, just another meaning.
Exactly. Yeah, I had to correct myself. The caster, you can't be. Gotta clean it up. Clean it up.
We do.
But either way, well done here. And I guess this is what the Dozo mode. This is how you handle it. You just, hey, I just need to get in Talonflame for free, get my Will-O-Wisp off, and then you just kind of just take your time. Take your time, drowning it out. It's gonna be really weird though, because Dozo, even though it's burned, can still do damage. So I'm interested to see what this game plan continues to look like.
Because Nader just continues to span order up again all the way through. So it's just gonna try and build up what it's getting taken away from it.
Oh, I think I see it here. So you just like with Will-O-Wisp and Sandchip, you continue to just chip away. You just basically swap back and forth between T-Tar and Tauros, and you just continue to sit here and sit here and sit here. Okay, I see it. You wear him down.
Here's the thing, Slim. This is what kind of punished him before. He did this same thing. But if you're giving him this many turns to hit, them crit rolls are going to come through. Exactly.
That could be a problem.
This is what we have to watch out for. The Will-O-Wisp is up. We're going to start spamming our Intimidates. We have to put pressure soon. We got to get these chips on. But having the Will-O-Wisp, the burn damage, and the sand damage is really good to help these hits come through.
Yeah. And, of course, we see the leftovers. So, this is going to be... We're in for the long game here, ladies and gentlemen. So, everybody
we love a good long game. We love a good long game here at the Nino Pokebros channel.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a while. So, everybody go get your snacks. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be here for a little bit. Let's watch some good Pokemon.
We might just run some ads in between. Just get them out of the way so no more ads for the rest of the stream.
And you were just alluding to crits. And that's exactly what just happened.
No.
The opposite way.
Good. He deserves it. I know he's been wanting it, but we get
deserved
through it.
Is insane as a caster. You cannot say deserved.
Well, I guess I need to reword my vocabulary there. But no, I think Jonzu earned it because, man, watching him his T-Tar get crit by a burned Dondozo Wave Crash, it hurt my soul a bit. So I'm trying to, but no, I'm always rooting for the Dozo, believe it or not. So.
He should be rooting for good Pokemon. Oh, Nino, deserved is crazy.
No,
oh my goodness.
No, not deserved him. You can't say it against my opponent, but no, poor guy got crit. But here we go. I'm believing Dozo's still got a chance. I don't like to see my boy get abused. So, but we might see a protect and not to get his Tatsu at the same time.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It's just enough. Well, okay, I mean, it's super effective. That Wave Crash does so much damage. I don't even think a crit matters. I don't even think a crit matters. So.
Wow, I am a little floored on it. I didn't expect that to do that much damage. I mean, granted, he did some order ups.
I think got two order ups up, but now. We got Tatsu in for free because of that, so it's not taking it, but it is taking the sand chip, so.
Yeah, but still a decent spot here because we don't have Gale Wings anymore. You can't just get any priority Tailwinds up, so this is still a really good spot. And now you don't have sand anymore, so Glamora could be in the back. We did see, we know that. But if Ninetales in the back, it is a Fairy type, will be fantastic here. But instead, it is the Incineroar, so opting to just say, hey, I need something that can fake out, potentially knock off here. So honestly, really, really good bring here.
I like that. But again, we have our clear amulet, Paldean Tauros, which is such a good call. I think Jonzu really did a good call for opposing Tauros, opposing Instant. So what's ever gonna bring my attack Tauros? I'm always gonna get that guaranteed damage no matter what.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I'm kind of trying to figure out what the game plan is here. Now that you all you did was really get a T-Tar out of here where you could have like handled T-Tar in other ways. So you didn't really get maximum amount of you wanted from your Dozo mode. Now, Instant, unfortunately, because of the clear amulet, like you said, it doesn't really do much here. I mean, granted, you get to get fake out, but at what cost here? We do see Tauros opting for the protect here. Doesn't want to get faked out and potentially
calls it right.
You have to take off whatever. Like, what do you want to do? Draco here? I guess you want a Draco. That's not bad, but Brave Bird comes out, does quite a bit of damage, and of course, Sand is slowly chipping away.
Chipping away.
And Icy Wind is the move of choice here, trying to get some speed drops, but against the clear amulet, kind of interesting.
No,
that was a move choice.
And there's the Icy Wind to clean it up, but no, freaking Talonflame is really bulky. Jonzu's got a lot of bulk invested in that.
Oh yeah, that's a turkey bird right there.
And after seeing the Brave Bird damage, I can see why. It's kind of taking some attack away to kind of put that in so it lives another turn. If it gets 2 hits off, then the Brave Bird's going to be enough. But it goes down. We're down to a 2v3 though, so Nader's still not in a bad spot. Jonzu kind of has to lock this in with this next turn.
Yeah, this is now the huge. Right now, the most important Pokemon is actually Incineroar. Incineroar is the most important Pokemon right now.
Interesting.
Like, think about it. You need Incineroar to kind of take care of knockoff on both slots. It is the most important Pokemon.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So now it's a matter of like, okay, what can I get out of the Tatsu before I have to commit to whatever Terra or maybe even a swap? Like, because we know Glimmora is in the back.
Yeah, that's what you're guessing.
Like Glimmora, so you have to kind of chip away at this Tauros, and then if it locks itself in to make it rain, as long as it goes to -2, Glimmora can then win versus the Goldango. So
I think we're gonna see this Ghost Terra then, and that's what we're gonna see.
I would not be surprised.
Yep.
My question is, will it be able to take a potential wave crash and
that's gonna be
tough.
This
is specs
because it's Terra'd out of one, but it's Terra'd into another where it's gonna take a little more damage.
But calling that and just like, you know what, I'm gonna take the KO here because I don't want you to get any free damage here. This is a single target specs make it rain. Now the question is, knock off into what slot? And it goes for Trick to get rid of the choice specs here. And that's actually a huge one right there. Because now you can at least change your moves going into the next few turns. And you do obtain the Assault Vest. And Flare Blitz comes out. This is super effective. You should get KO'd by this. But no, eat it. And that's huge, actually.
And now he's locked into Flare Blitz for the rest of the game against Tauros. So Tauros doesn't even have to worry about Instant as much. And here comes the Glimmora, who doesn't have Terra anymore. And you called it right, Slim. He does have Glimmora in the back.
Yeah, we did see it lead with Dozo, so we were just waiting for an opportunity for it to come back. But there was never a great opportunity for even it to potentially do any moves. And now you're versus the Tauros. And Goldango's still threatening. So this is a really tough spot here.
Wow.
You're locked into Flare Blitz, and I mean, Glimmora has a chance, but it's very squishy, so I'm just not sure how much damage you can really withstand here. I mean, you can potentially just like go for your spiky shield here. You go for Flare Blitz into the Goldango to make sure you pick up that KO, and then you can go from there. And I think that's exactly the play that Nader's going to do here.
Yep. Wave Crash into the Glim spot. I mean, it's the only thing that's threatening him right now, so it's kind of, he's got to keep him honest there. So, but we are not locked into specs anymore, or we're not locked into a choice move. We can go to Shadow Ball. Well, we did go to Make a Rain to double up just in case, because that Glim is Power Orb, but we just want to make sure it's enough damage depending on the bulk in it. Flare Blitz does go into maybe going for a burn here. I think that's a good play that we want to see. Do we see a burn? No burn. Okay.
So yeah, once again, you just click Make It Rain, you go for Wave Crash, and you just have to really hope here. If you get a double Spiky Shield, you potentially take care of the Goldango, and then you just keep trying to get it as close as possible. Wave Crash from the Tauros goes into the Glimmora, should pick up the KO, and absolutely does. There was no way. Crit does not matter there. Tauros is way too strong for that. And yeah, Toxic Degrees doesn't really matter here because there's no other Pokemon that's going to swap into the back. These are the last two. So a really well thought out game plan from Jonzu here, and made it work. This is a single target and should be able to pick up even with the -2 and Assault Vest. So game 1 in this finals going to Jonzu.
Nice. Okay, let's go over the match real quick. I just want to reiterate the Dondozo does not deserve to get crit. Ever. Let's just make sure that right now. Let me switch to our cam feed so I can look you guys dead in the camera and say that.
Yeah, you gotta let them know.
Gotta let them know. That was a good set. So now I think Nader goes for the same game plan and just we don't get crit. We don't get crit, and maybe we set up Glim. I think Glim does the 50-50. We bring Glim and Dozo. But we got Goldango, and I mean, we could put Goldango on the back, so when I come in, I don't take any Toxic Debris damage. And we could even threaten the Glam turn 1 with the Make It Rain, and then we do the will he or won't he lock into Dozo. Watching Nader's gameplay, he really feels safe locking into Dozo. We just have to kind of call what Jonzu's going to do, really.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, there's so many different ways I think this team can operate. Because if I just look at Nader's team, right? Even though, like, your Dozo mode should be good into this, right? You can honestly get away with Alola Ninetales and kind of go a more balanced way. Ninetales, Incin, Glamora, and just solo Dozo kind of is not bad. Or even Tatsu. Like, a solo mode, just, like, basically bringing your own version of your balance of this comp isn't bad here in this matchup. But if you're going to go Dozo mode, I think you just have to, like, okay, don't go turn 1 into it, depending on lead. I think maybe you just, like, kind of stall a little bit and scout a little bit more, and you can go from there. Because you didn't need the Terra on Dozo. So if you lead Glim and Dozo again, you could just honestly, like, okay, I'll protect my Dozo, and I potentially Terra this turn with my Glamora, get off some damage, a Meteor Beam into whatever slot, because you're going to do a ton of damage, potentially pick up a KO. And then you can scout and play the slow game. Not necessarily need to go into Dozo mode immediately. Because even if you get your Glamora to +1, just swap it out and go into your Dozo mode and then bring it back later.
Yeah, no,
I think you can slow the game down a little bit more and scout to see what Jonzu wants to do first before just committing.
Yeah, that's a good call. It's going to be kind of guessing if he's going to Terra Grass on the Talonflame. But I've seen Meteor Beam KO the Talonflame. It's going to go down, but Jonzu's is a little bulky. Does it live? Let's get to the
You don't even necessarily need to KO the Talonflame. Because what if, let's say, that turn, he swaps in to Talonflame, right? And you don't go for damage. Even if you just go for Meteor Beam into potentially what is the opposing Palliatoro slot or whatever's in that slot, that's a win. That's less damage than you were getting before. So it's all a matter of choices here. So now it's Gholdengo and Talonflame, which makes this very, very interesting because it's almost like Jonzu wants to bait. Yeah, you want to go into your Dozo mode, don't you?
Yeah.
But that is also very scary to do here.
Yeah. And he could call the Terra Water and just Thunderbolt that slot and then just burn the Dondozo. I think that pins both slot. The only way it doesn't pin him if he doesn't Terra here. So we still haven't seen Terras yet. We're going to see the swap. He's using Talonflame as bait right now. Gets off the Intimidate on Dozo. And I think we can live a Meteor Beam if it is on the Toro slot. So
yeah, we do have to worry about what the
Terras.
So this is going to be a pretty interesting turn. This could potentially
double
set the tone. And this is what I like.
You called it.
This is what I like. You got to slow the game down and see what you lock into. Yep. You have so many options. Why not take your time? Because guess what? Now, even though you brought in Intimidate, if you want to Will-O-Wisp me, you have to take a turn, and I potentially can get that turn correctly and wave crash into that slot. You have options now. Take the time and slow the game down. Play half-court basketball.
I still like Jonzu's choice here. He still has Trick here. He still has the option to lock in someone. You definitely don't want to lock a Specs on a Glamora, so it's definitely going in the Dozo slot. And we're definitely forcing Tatsu to come in or a Terra on Glim. It's got to be one of the two. It's just that's how it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And this turn is going to really kind of set the tone for what Nader can do going into the mid game in these next couple turns, because now you're going to have to lock into something. Either you're going to lock into your Dozo mode, or you're going to lock into more of like, okay, let me just try to move around, play my little balancing game, try to mitigate as much damage as possible. So let's see. As we do see, Zoo is going to opt to bring back in Talonflame, calling potentially like, okay, I think you're going to go into that mode. Let me prepare myself right now.
Whoa, this is going to be a Terra Water on Glim, and I think it's going to try and Meteor Beam. Here we go. I think he's going for the read. He was reading the Wave Crash. Losing Talon would be crazy here. So we're definitely tricking the Dozo, which we already saw. And what's the Dozo going to lock into? Most likely a Wave Crash. I mean, that'd be crazy because you're going to take Chip too. So let's see what we got here.
Yep, and it's exactly does switch with his targets here. So the Specs now going over there, overflowing with space power. So goes to +1. We'll have to kind of hang out here, but does hit the target here and is able to get some significant damage on Gholdengo.
It's going into Gholdengo.
And Wave Crash a big double up here.
We doubled it. And it lives! Oh my! It's bulky. That thing's bulky. You guys can't tell me anything other than it. It's lived. So many good lives. The calculations have gone crazy.
But this is, again, another one of those turns was kind of interesting, right? Because, like, now, because you Terra'd, I can go for Thunderbolt.
Yep.
Will Thunderbolt pick up? Not really. It shouldn't. Just because, like, it's not Specs anymore. You shouldn't have that much investment. You're mostly tanky. But Talonflame kind of is in a weird spot where it's like, oh, I want to go for Willow.
Yep.
But I don't want to have to eat a potential +1 Sludge Bomb.
Yep.
So it's, again, this slow mode where you have to make decisions, hard decisions before committing into your Dozo mode. And Zoo is playing this as well as you can. Really good trick there, opting just like, you know what, I'm going to lock you into something and just kind of go from
And
here.
he's locked because he's just going to sit and do wave crashes the rest of the game. Now we know we can Will-O-Wisp it, but he's going to switch out, make a different move choice. I think we're going to see Incineroar come in, get some -1 on the Talonflame. Calling a Will-O-Wisp, I think.
You know what's an interesting play that I thought of now that I see the Incin? Depending on how this turn goes, as weird as it sounds, there's a world where you could self knock off and get the choice specs off of your Dozo later on.
Oh my gosh!
So it's a very interesting thing. Save it for later.
Slim,
It's not going to be anytime soon,
but
but
that's what he's setting up for. I'm not even gonna lie.
You could definitely do it very easily. It is very, very easy. And once again, good thing, Toxic Debris is out, so this helps the Dozo mode because whatever comes in here now has to just, oh, I get poisoned. And you get to go from here. Does Glimmora go down? Glimmora doesn't go down. It's huge. So now you get another KO. So there's no more Will-O-Wisp after this now.
Oh.
Now things are getting interesting.
Oh, man. What a good play, Nader. So we get the Sludge Bomb there. It's not enough. We just needed a little more. I think we needed 2 high rolls and we got it. We got 2 mid rolls or 2 low rolls. It's not enough. Glim's sitting another turn. And we need to maybe summon the sand. No, we're going for Intimidates here. So with the Clear Amulet, we're fine. Instance already on the field, but we, like you said, we're gonna take Poison Chip on the next 2 mons coming in.
Yeah, this is where things get kind of interesting. Because now, to be honest, now is the time you could actually go into your Dozo mode, and it's okay because whatever you're locked into, you just spam order ups until the cows come home, and eventually you bring back in these 2 later. You can easily go into your Dozo mode here into the Incense slot. Because Glimmora has to be KO'd by something.
Right.
So, like, might as well just go for that there. But Zoo seeing that potentially will go into that slot here. You have so many decisions to make. This is what Dozo's all about. Forcing people to make decisions they don't necessarily want to make. And now you're just like, you're kind of like, all right, I'm in a good spot. I've done what I need to do. There's no more Will-O-Wisp. So even if I'm locked into something, I will always get maximum damage. The Intimidator's already here.
There's the fake out. I saw him click close combat the instant. I don't even think that KOs, but we're going to not do any damage here. We are going to get rid of the Glim.
Tried to call the Dozo.
No!
Tried to call the Dozo.
I don't...
It makes sense. Like, this is what
tough.
the Dozo can do.
Yeah.
Because if Dozo were going to come anywhere, it would be into the instant slot. But opting to, like, you know what? I'm playing slow basketball. I'm forcing you to make these calls.
Dang.
And guess what? I have more options than you right now because I got rid of the Talonflame. Now, I can just do whatever I want. Guess what? You got poisoned. Time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. You got to make faster decisions. You got to spam all your offensive moves right now. And guess what can take it? Dozo.
Here it comes. And Jonzu knows. Jonzu knows this matchup. He knows that Tatsu and Donzo. I mean, we didn't see the Tatsu, did we? It could be big,
no.
but
But that's the thing. That's the beauty of Dozo. See, a lot of people like hate on Dozo because people are just kind of going to that weird mode of like, oh, I just Dozo and then call it a day. No, if you play Dozo how you're supposed to, you take your time. You force decisions. You force terras. You force moves. Take your time before you go into the mode. Unless you know off rip, oh, there's nothing you can do about this turn 1. But this is what it's supposed to do. This is how you play it optimally. Take your time.
Are you coaching this guy, Slim? Because he heard you from all the way from Brazil, man. He
it's
slowed
not coaching.
It down. I mean, I know, I get it.
Everybody fell in love with the 2-2-2 style because you could just turn your brain off and just brrrr and then E-speed at the end. But real Dozo, you just kind of hang back, take your time. I force you to put yourself in weird positions, and then I go into Dozo mode, and then you feel hopeless. That's what it's supposed to do.
That's wild too. He didn't even go into Dozo mode, and he just
didn't
got in the right
need to.
position, and it's just
Glimmora Dozo is one of the most annoying leads to deal with. It is like Ensign Grim. Remember that?
That was my favorite lead. That was
yeah,
my favorite lead. Oh my!
Because you're just sitting there like, okay, are you gonna set up screens? Are you gonna parting shot? What's the deal? It's one of those things where it's like you have to think out all the options and try to make a hard line onto like, okay, you're going to do this, and what worst case scenario, this happens, and I'm okay with that. Dozo does the same thing, except at a higher scale, because once those boosts come in, you don't have many switches.
Oh, we're definitely
especially if your game plan is based on just like whittling the Dozo down with like Will-O-Wisp. Once I get rid of that, oh, okay, well, now the ball's in my court, and I'm not giving it back.
Well, Slim, we got a Game 3 finals, bro. I swear there was only one set today that didn't go to Game 3, and now it's happening finals. The winner of this game will be our champion. And
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's
Glim Dozo. Now, this is what I like to see. If I know somebody's going to make an adjustment, it's going to be Zoo. I like the Amoonguss bring here. It's really huge in this matchup because it can deter a lot of the nonsense that you want to do because you have Spore. So it forces a potential Terras.
Here we go, the 50-50. I mean, do you do the mind game here?
Well, the thing is, like, because Amoonguss is here, you can't. You're not Terra Grass, so you can be put to sleep. Oh, wow. Like, so this is where Amoonguss comes in super, super clutch here.
No because clear if you're smog, Dozo,
no clear smog, that's fine. But Amoonguss still does so much on Dozo, where it's like, okay, cool. You have to Terra Grass or else I'll put you to sleep. And then if you do Terra Grass, I get to keep cooking Sludge Bomb over and over and over.
Yeah, knowing Jonzu, he's running the Sludge Bomb set, the damage set, which is really a good spot to be in. And we're seeing a Terra right off the bat. And we're going to see it on the Glim, which I think is wild. I don't want my Dozo to go to sleep, but we're going to Terra Water because we want to protect the Glim because we think that was the ace in the hole for this game.
Hey, I mean, no matter what, you can get a +1 power herb here, and then you have things you can go into because, like, there's other options you have. You know, you don't like it, but you can mitigate what, you can do what you can do. You can just stall it out a little bit. Sleep is 3 turns, and you just kind of like, all right, let me just get through this as much as can. +1. Oh! That is what you did not want to see. Amoonguss was a huge part of this game plan, and now without it, I actually do not think you're able to do much because now not only that, these spikes come in and nothing can absorb these spikes. Wow. And Amoonguss was one of the things that could do that. That's a huge critical hit there.
Wow.
Oh, that's truly unfortunate to see.
No, not again.
Oh, that's a tough position.
Better luck, as Salty Dolphin says, better lucky than good, which is an unfortunate play on this in this case. But here we go.
It's so toxic. How could you say that in this moment?
I'm quoting
in the finals.
I'm just quoting what Salty said. This isn't my words.
In the finals, bro.
No,
quoting that is crazy.
I'm lucky as heck. I mean, but we got to Game 3 by the plays that were made. So I mean, I'm just saying. So we see if there's an out here.
I mean, it's a tough one because now you can potentially just go into the Dozo mode for free, and you can spam Earthquakes. You can, and there's so many options for you. So you could even potentially just once again slow the game down, double protect here, and just kind of see what's going. Well, don't protect the Dozo because you just protect the last turn.
Dozo
and then
mode's here.
Well, actually, no, you Earthquake, so you can double protect here, no problem. But Glim, oh, we're going into the Dozo mode.
Okay, hold on. We know the Gholdengo lives in Earthquake. We know Talonflame's going to be fast enough. If we call this and Wave Crash the Talon, but if we can call this Earthquake, we can maybe get a little inch ahead, get this Dozo trapped down, and we might be able to make something happen.
Yeah, a little unfortunate that it kind of came down to this, but let's see what these moves go into here. If you can potentially, order up, not bad.
Not bad.
Does significant damage actually. My gosh, the Thunderbolt unfortunately does miss because it wasn't to the Tatsugiri slash, which was formerly the Gamora here.
Yep.
And now you just I completely understand this. You just have to use your speed, and you just try to set up Tailwind. Hopefully you can end game with Gholdengo here because you're in a really difficult spot, but it's not the end. If anybody can do it, Gholdengo is one of those things that can do it. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, that was. So next turn, that's going to be enough. So but it being leftovers, he needs another higher roll. I don't know how high that roll is, but he would need a really high roll here, even a crit. That way he could Thunderbolt the Dondozo and then KO the Tatsu. But it's going to be tough with this Tauros because we've in close combat, depending on its spread. But we have a focus sash on this Tatsu, so it's definitely living no matter what.
Yeah, but I think, unfortunately, just because we've seen what the damage numbers look like, I think you can just this is a free turn for me to just try to get leftovers here, and you just protect.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that, and it's good that you did like two order ups there, so you're in a really decent position. So, like Jiangsu has what it takes to win this. It just depends on what the damage looks like. Because you maximize all the turns of Trick Room, you can get there. You can get there. And I do worry about Glimmora in the back, and of course Incin, which potentially should be the other mon in the back. But the damage is there to get there. We just have to see if we can power through this Dondozo for this next turn with Thunderbolt and close combat.
Yep. Even a Paracrit might even help us, but it's still going down to two hits. So
yeah. So let me see. There should be one. I'm gonna say three more turns of Tailwind, I believe. So because it will set that turn. There's one Protect. So yeah, should be 3 more turns, and now you just kind of have to wait it out.
Should be enough here. Should be enough. We can double up Tatsu if it doesn't Protect.
And here we go. Thunderbolt coming out from the Specs Goldango, which one of the steel types you absolutely need in this format. It's so good. And is able to pick up the KOs. The question is, what comes in now? I believe this potentially could be just easily Incineroar, just because you get Fake Out, and then you can potentially Flare Blitz. But, with a clear Amulet, it doesn't really matter here. You're getting a tough spot because Terra Water, Glimmora, doesn't like Goldango at all.
And with the Specs, because last time he switched the Specs away, but now he still has it, and there's the instant call you were saying.
Yeah. So the Fake Out is so important here. Because you blew the Terra so early now, you potentially can finish this off. There's enough offense here, and still, Jiangsu hasn't used the Terra yet. So if there's any danger, you can easily just like, you know what, let me Terra to put myself in a better position. Meanwhile, maximizing these these Tailwind turns. Excuse me.
We need some Draco misses, I guess. Oh, all right. So we got a double a slot here, but we have Fake Out pressure definitely on the Tauros.
Caster Curse, bro.
Bro, chill.
Come on, Nino. Just say Draco. You don't have to say anything else. Just say Draco.
Let's go. I just want to see a good set. That's all we can ask for.
Yeah, exactly. This is the finals. You put on a marvelous show. We had great casters, great matches all around. Let's end off on a nice note with some good old-fashioned Pokemon. Fake Out goes into the Tauros. We are ticking down. Poison slowly ticking down. Thunderbolt comes out. This should be more than enough. It does not KO.
We got a miss.
An Icy Wind.
Goldango miss.
Oh, that's not what you wanted. You really wanted to hit the Goldango with the Icy Wind there.
Okay.
Little unfortunate. That was huge.
Hold on. We definitely have 2 KOs here. We have a Thunderbolt on the Tatsu, and we have a Wave Crash on the Instant. We're going to lose Tauros maybe, just depending on... He already Terra'd.
This is so bad.
No.
You needed the Icy Wind on Goldango for Glimmora in the back.
No.
To try to get any type of damage as possible. You needed as much. As much as you could do.
Hold on.
To try to spit. Oh, this is gonna be really tough.
I see what Nader was doing. He was setting up his Glimmora to sweep at the end.
Yeah, because you would have had Earth Power.
Yep. But
like you would have forced the Terra.
Oof. I mean, what's doing more damage here? Close Combat or Wave Crash?
I think you close combat because you don't want to take potential Wave Crash recoil.
He called it! He called it!
No
he
shot.
Called it!
No shot.
He called it! Oh, hold on. We got Fake Out pressure, but still, this should KO. Oh no.
Wow.
Here we go. He called the Thunderbolt on the Glimpse slot to be safe.
Yeah, I think you always do that.
What? Hold on, chat. Everyone hold. Everyone hold for everyone. Here we go.
I like this. I see what Nader's doing. Nader is whittling down the Tauros because Fake Out and then you...
Oh my god.
Oh, this is going to get so close towards the end because you protect on the Fake Out or else you're definitely going to go down.
Yep.
This all depends on how much poison damage this does. It's on 20 HP right now.
It's living. It's living. He just protects here. And then he Thunderbolts the Tatsu. It's enough. He already did 50%.
Here's the problem, right? What if you call the Protect and you just Flare Blitz the Goldango? Or knock off?
But we outspeed. He just protected. So, I mean, and that's the thing. Oh. Yeah, I think that's your safest
play. All right,
play.
well, here we go. This is for all the marbles right here.
Oh, my god.
This is for all the marbles right here. He's whittled down the Tauros, which is the biggest offensive threat.
Oh, my god.
Let's see where this goes. Protect on the Toro.
I think he's got to call this. He knows he's behind. He has to call this. No.
Fake out. Oh, goes into the Toros just to make sure. And
the icy wind miss was too. Oh, we do have muddy water. He's faster. We get a muddy water hit, which is good. It's a flare blitz.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, we hit. Oh my gosh! Here we go. Instant versus the world. This game is so good. What a good game. Here we go.
It lives on 2
HP. We got away. We got a close combat. We got a Thunderbolt.
Nah, that should be it. There's no way. That should be it. That should be more than enough.
Do we? Here we go.
That was just fantastic. Because imagine if you call that turn and you just flare blitz and muddy watered that turn. But under circumstances, it was just too much.
You had to keep him honest. You had to keep him honest.
Yeah, exactly. Close combat comes out into the Incineroar.
Lives on a couple. Wow, dude.
Once again, the icy wind makes a huge difference here.
Jonzu can't even lie to me. He was about to run away on the turn 1. I saw him thinking about running away, but you always play it out, and you always see the end result. No, first of all, hands off to Nader. Well fought. That was a great set. You played that game so well. It's just a great end game, you guys. Just a great game. That's all I can say. Hats off to our runner-up from Brazil, Nader. We love to see it. Jonzu brings it home.
Absolutely played marvelous.
Let me bring my guy over here. Let's get him in the channel. Let's talk to him about this end game, and let's celebrate our champion real quick.
Absolutely. Fantastic to everybody. GG's in the chat for everybody, because it was a fantastic day, not only in finals, but all around. Great matches, great competition, and it was just marvelous, and I'm honored to be part of the casting team for it. It's been super fun.
Oh man, this is the most hype Nino Poker Bros Invitational ever. I'm counting down till next year, you guys. This was so crazy. What a finish. Everyone counted him out. We thought it was over. He was going up and down over the button to just run away.
Oh my! Nah, let me put this out. You know. You gotta play to win the game.
Oh That's exactly what he did. He's gonna jump in the VC right now, and we're gonna hear from our champion. Wow. Let's just.
That was good.
Guys? Game 3 after game 3 after game 3 after game 3. Like I said, every one of these competitors is goated at the game, and there he is. Is he mic'd up? Is he ready to talk to us?
Yo, what's up?
Real humble, like,
this guy, talk us through game 3, please, Jonzu.
The adjustment was always gonna be Toro Samu. Like, it just was the best thing because he was never gonna bring the snow mode into the team.
Into the sand team.
It seemed to make no sense for him with me bringing T-Tar and Goldingo every time. And then Amu just pressured both slots. Force a Terra. His best shot was always Meteor Beam there and doubling the Amu. But the crit was super annoying. But I had to go for my outs with T-Bolt crit, T-Bolt para, para on either of the Mons, and then the multiple reads if he was gonna fake out or not too, because I was gonna protect the Toros that turn he faked out because he always faked out because we played already. So it was just a lot of mind games.
This was your second set? Wow.
Yeah, this was our second best of 3 because we played it in Swiss.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Dude, you played through. You didn't get a para. You didn't get any of those crits. You still played it slow enough where you chipped him away every slot, and you caught the read of the game was the Thunderbolt, the Ensign. You knew he had to switch and Glim. You knew he had to get another fake out. That was the play of the game for me, where you Thunderbolt that slot. I thought it was crazy at first, and I was like, oh wait, he's reading the Glim swap, and it came through.
Yeah, because I figured in his position, because I killed him with a wave crash on the Ensign in our Swiss round. So I figured he thought oh, I'm gonna die here, and I could just chip the Tauros because it's already poisoned. So a lot of Glim team, Dozo teams are meant to play hey, I can stall this. So I figured if he protects the Tatsu, he protects the Tatsu. But my play is always to just go after the Incin like with the T-Bolt, because it always makes sense for him to switch there. Recycling his fake out, bringing it back in, stalling the poison, then trying to get another protect, stall, switch, all that jazz. Like he could do basically. Like it just made sense for him to make that play.
Bro, for the 4th year in a row, the Nino Pokebros Trophy is staying in North America, and we're sending it to you, buddy. I can't wait to send that to you, man. Congratulations, bro. Is there anyone you want to shout out? Anyone that helped you out, build the team? Any homies you want to throw up there?
Absolutely. First and foremost, shout out to Clouds.
Yeah!
He made this team. No lie. He made this team. And we always rag on him because this Dozo matchup is actually garbage. And we tell him that all the time. And he doesn't care. He's like, it's okay, bro. Just punch. And it worked out. And it worked out.
And you
it worked out. It worked out. And shout out to Shiny, Jose, Kian, Reiki, the boys. They're the boys. And shout out to Nino and all the casters. Thank you for hosting, Nino. Appreciate you. Me and you sent that message to me earlier in the morning. You know what I'm talking about.
Do I gotta show chat? Guys, I did I needed a feed in the morning. I just wanted to make sure that Jonzu had a feed ready to me. But I said, go win it, bro. He's like, I'll try. We'll see if I'm in the later rounds. Bro brought it home like a champ, bro. I'm so excited for you, man. Well done, dude. Well done. Anything else you want to say? Because I'm just speechless after that amazing gameplay, man.
Yeah, shout out to my wife, too. She holding down the kids.
8-hour day, man. Same. Shout out to the wives for sure, dude. Because I'm over here running hits too, man. So, well done, bro. I mean, our Pokebros champion won a Pokebros tournament, won another tournament to get into this too. But hats off to you, man. Good luck this year, man. We know you're gonna do great things as always, and we're always watching, bro.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Hey, no problem, man. We'll catch you later.
Later.
Look at that. The GOAT, bro. Look at him. Always putting in the work, bro.
Oh, man. All right. I mean, that does it for us. Anyone else want to Slim? You got some final words before we send everyone off? Because I got nothing left.
You, bro. You've taken over and taken the mantle of making sure the grassroots community stays well and healthy. So keep doing what you do, man. Proud to just always see it come together and it's getting better. So it's like, just fun for me to watch from the sidelines, and I come on and hop on.
You know, I always appreciate. You've been my number one rooter since day one. You've always wanted me to see success, and I appreciate you. You're always rooting me on, making sure I'm doing things right, and making sure when I'm doing things wrong, I know about it. So I appreciate you, man.
What's a friend not being honest?
You need that in life. Everyone, I'm telling you what. So
everybody be well, be great, and just continue to strive for excellence and just try to be a good human. All good things will come to you. So appreciate Nino for putting this on. Shout out to all the casters. Make sure y'all go wish Necra a happy birthday.
Yeah.
The fact that she came on her birthday is so fire.
I didn't get to say it on stream yet too.
On Twitter, go say hello wherever you can. Just give her all the love.
Yeah, give her some Twitter love, please, because I asked her to do this a couple weeks ago. She was more than excited to do it. Didn't even mention it was her birthday. She said she had a tournament later in the day. She already told me that. I just hats off to her. What a great human being, and it's just like, and can't leave it out. Our other casters too, Costa and Sierra, taking their day off to come hang out and doing this stuff with us. And I mean, I call them nothing but friends because, you know, only friends do that for you, man. And I appreciate them, and I appreciate my friends too, Hemi and Slim, doing this with me, always supporting. And look out for greater things later on, guys, because we just keep going forward. There's only one way to go, but up.
Next time, I better be on the guest poster, bro.
Ah!
Like a sick poster,
come
and
on,
there. I was like, wow,
bro. Come on, you know I gotta hype up everyone with the casters. Everybody knows Slim's coming to the Nino show. It's just understood. I gotta show the surprise guest because everyone know Hemi's gonna be there. Wow. Slim's gonna be there. Don't worry, it wouldn't be a show without you. All right.
Wow.
Oh man, shouts
What's
out.
Up, Wid?
Oh, what a show!
Chatters.
I'll cut you off.
Thank you, Slim.
I'll close it up, man.
Community,
Appreciate you, man. All right, that's it. All left but one, guys. What a show. What a game. Oh, what a day. What a day. I loved it. This was awesome. I'm lucky it's still 4:30. I'll actually be able to do something, go out and do something right now. I didn't spend the whole day doing nothing. But I love doing this thing, guys. I was a little nervous last night. I ain't gonna cap. I was a little nervous, like, oh man. But I tell you what, guys, if you ever feel nervous, it just means you're excited about something. That's all it means. You're just excited to do something for someone, and you just gotta power through it. Do what you do best and just clutch it up. I thrive under pressure, if you guys ever noticed that. So it's like pressure's on, let's go. But that does it for me. Oh!